All right, let's go. Get there. Ah, dang it. My team, our team. No, I didn't go to that school or live anywhere near geographically close to where it is. They just lost the big game, and I could not be more angry right now. And it's not because they didn't play well or because the other team played exceptionally well on this particular day. There's got to be someone to blame, something to blame for this loss, and I'm going to find it and take my anger out on it right now. I think I just found out exactly what it is that cost our team the big game. It's this TV, and we're going to show it. What's up? Wait a minute. I have a better idea. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rugged Adventures. Today we are going to be testing your team loyalty. What are you going to do if your team loses the big game? And obviously, your big screen TV is the only thing that you're able to take it out on. This is a Vizio 60-inch LED TV that has recently just stopped working for us. Sound works and everything, but there is no picture anymore. And so the only thing that you can do with a TV like that is come down here and shoot at it. And so today I have, let's see, 22 pistol, 22 rifle, 45 from a 1911, 9mm out of a SIG P365. We got AK-47s, AR-15s. We've got 458 SOCOM with extreme hollow point bullets. We're gonna see what it does to this TV in a living room sized environment. So we're only going to be shooting from like, let's say right here, which isn't terribly far from the TV, see what happens. And so if you guys are interested in that, you like this stuff, subscribe down below, hit the like button, and let's show some team spirit with bullets. So first things first, 22 out of a pistol, and I forgot to actually bring my bucket of 22, so it's a good thing that my range bag is just littered with Lucy's. That really bailed me out today. Let's see if the TV can even stop this, or if it's any of these are gonna be stopped, or if it's just gonna be all carnage today. So the 22 on the dead video. Looks like I can see right through that thing. And yeah, we are in one side and right out the other. So looks like this is probably gonna be just a straight up carnage video. I do have some exotic shotgun shells, some of those like Mucho Gaucho ones with the two balls with a string attached to them, and the one that just shoots out a bunch of tacks. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video for that, or just fast forward, whatever you want to do. But up next, 9mm, where we have Full Metal Jackets and Hornady XTP hollow points. Next up is our little SIG P365, this little micro pistol. This holds actually 10+1 if you have the flush mounted magazine. What we have in here is 5 115 grain Full Metal Jackets, and then 5, I think they're 124 grain XTP hollow points from Black Butterfly Ammunition. We'll see what this does. So those are all of our Full Metal Jackets. We should be into the hollow points now. So we got a bunch of 9mm size holes on the front here. On the back, really not much different than the 22s. I really can't even tell the difference between where the hollow points were and just the Full Metal Jackets. So everyone's fan favorite, the 1911 45 ACP. We have 4 Full Metal Jackets, and then we have 4 Hornady XTPs. I think the regular ones I think are 185. I think they're both 185 grains. And if your team is not Team America, then you're probably going to have to come after the TV with something like this. So those should be all of our Full Metal Jackets, and then our hollow points we'll put a little bit more. We'll put those more to the side. And we'll see if that did anything different. So 9mm holes, 45 holes. These are bigger. Some of these I must have hit right on top of the other ones. These over here should be our Full Metal Jackets for the most part, except for one of the hollow points I pulled that way. And this one over here is going to be our hollow points. And I don't think that this TV is going to be eligible for warranty coverage anymore, but really, none of them look much different than any of the other ones thus far. So now we'll get into something a little bit more powerful, rifles, and in some cases a little bit more powerful anyway. This is a Henry 22 long rifle. It's lever action. It doesn't get much love on this channel because it's not, you know, one of these tactical guns like this 20-inch AR-15, but it does have more power than a pistol. So let's see if it does anything different with the other 22 round that I found in my range bag. And it's a cool gun. Very little recoil. Great little starter gun, especially for, you know, target practice with kids or whatever, or someone that's never shot. Let's go down and take a look at what this thing did. So out of a rifle, a little bit more velocity than our, I think right here, than our pistol 22. I don't even know if it made it through. Let's look back on the other side here. Went in there. Didn't come out. I'm interested now. We'll shoot most of the rifles and such at the center of this, and I'll be interested if they are able to come through. And if they aren't, for some reason, we'll get these pistols back out and see if they don't go through in the middle, if this is just a relatively soft area that we've been shooting. So just to test that out, I went ahead and reloaded both our 9mm and our 45 with those XTP hollow points to give us the most stopping power, the most expansion. And we'll shoot it right in the middle to see if there's any difference from what we saw on the sides, because there could be more, you know, crap there in the middle. So just put it somewhere in the middle. And I think I can see all the way through that already. So I don't know if that's gonna really change anything. And yeah, it didn't change anything. You can see right through those. I think you can anyway. Straight to the back. So we'll see what these rifles do to this. Next up, we have that 20-inch AR-15. And if you guys have not shot a 20-inch AR-15, first of all, they're really smooth to shoot, very low recoil, even though there's not much out of a 5.56 anyway. But they are an absolute laser beam. They're what the 5.56 was originally designed to use, and they shoot them just super fast. The 55 grains are going upwards of 3,000, 3,200 feet per second. And what I have today is 555 grains. And another magazine with these. These are not green tips. These aren't M855s. These are 77 grain TMKs, which means they have an open tip, but they have a plastic into them for aerodynamics. I think that's probably not going to factor into this. I don't think they're going to have any chance to open up. But, you know, for the sake of science and the sake of team spirit, we're going to give this a go. So 5 of the 55s. We'll try it for the middle there again, because that may be a little bit tougher, and we'll see how it goes. With the 55s, and we'll do the 77s just like to the up and to the, or down and to the left, so we can keep some for the shotgun. And the 77's a little bit more recoil, but nothing to write home about. So our 55 grainers are right here. I think that is one of our, I think this one and this one are our pistol rounds, but our 55s went through here. And out of that 20-inch barrel, oftentimes you'll hear about them fragmenting. In this case, I don't think any of them did. I think they went straight through, but they did a ton of damage. This one here, I don't know if that's one of them, but yeah, that's one of them there. That one looks like it was coming out of there kind of sideways. And then over here is our 77s. And the grouping was pretty close, so it kind of just blew out everything here. I don't really know if it did anything more significant than the 55s. So another always fan favorite, the AK-47. I usually call it AK-47. It's actually AKM. I have plenty of people correct me in the comments, but you know, AK-47 is a much more searchable term when you're on YouTube and you're trying to get search results. So 7.62 by 39, we'll give 5 of them just like the rest of them. And I bet you it's probably going to be about the same results as we've had so far. And I didn't mention, I think those were 147 grain full metal jackets. These are AK-47s, and I want you to take a look at these compared to these 77 grain AR-15s and 55 grain AR-15s, 5.56s. Because when we come back here, this is what the AK-47 has done. It basically bored through it without really moving or deforming or missing a beat at all. Just straight in, straight out. Whereas our AR-15s, they cause a lot more damage, at least in a short space like this. And so when you're looking at these, they're getting tumbling, you're getting fragmenting and causing all sorts of damage, versus this that's just punching straight in and out, at least on this relatively thin target. So these next two are going to be super fun. We have the 458 SOCOM with the Hybrid 46 suppressor. This is kind of a big thumping gun. It's shooting these 476 grain subsonic A-bomb super expansion hollow points. These are from Black Butterfly Ammunition. It is subsonic, but I still wear the ears because it is just still a big bang. They have expanded huge in previous videos that I've done. I don't know if this one's going to have enough time to expand. But we're going to see what this big dog does. Probably up there in the upper center. I don't know if you guys could hear how quiet that was, but for me on here, even with the ears on, tremendously quieter than all the others. Big old hole on this end. You may be able to see all the way through it on the camera here. But unfortunately, really didn't do much on the back end. Didn't get much time to expand. I'm interested to hear on the video without my ears on if it made a bunch of weird noise going down that way, if it expanded at all. But sort of disappointing, and that's like a $3.50, $4 round, so you don't want to waste those on anything. Let's hit the shotgun, because I think that's what most people are going to be having by their side when their team loses the big game and are just super angry at the TV. So your run-of-the-mill Mossberg 500 12 gauge shooting 2 3/4 target loads. This is birdshot. This may knock it off the table. It's really a 60-inch TV does not fit very well on the table. I got 3 in here, and we're really mad because that TV is responsible for this year's loss. I'm going to put these over with the other ones. I'm saving that right side for this next bit, and I think it's going to be pretty neat to see. So I'm really mad, and I'm taking it out. And just as I suspected, we only got 2 in it before it was gone. So pretty interesting findings with the 12 gauge. Obviously the most damage to the front of this thing by far. But if we look in here, I don't know what I'm touching, so I'm probably getting cancer as we speak. There's the metal backing plate of the TV, which all the rest of the bullets have just kind of casually gone through. In this case, it stopped all of that birdshot coming through there from only, there's where we're shooting from. So from 20 feet away, if that, which is, yeah, probably a pretty big living room. But that is just birdshot. We have those specialty rounds that I bought that I did a video called 12 gauge exotic rounds, and we shot a bunch of them, and I have some of those left, and one is called the Mucho Gusto, something like that, and it's 2 steel balls connected by a chain that come off and flip through the air. We're going to try that, and we're going to try a bunch of essentially like carpet tacks that come out of the shotgun shell, and we'll see if that is any more devastating. So this is what we've been saving that right side of the TV for. These are those Mucho Gusto or Mucho Gaucho, I don't know. It uses a Bolos type of round, and we're going to put one in there from this distance, but if it doesn't get enough length of time to open up, we'll go back a little farther and shoot it again. But for the time being, let's just give it a shot from living room couch range and see what happens with it. We'll see if we blow this thing right off the table again. And that was pretty neat. I don't really think it got a lot of time to expand. But let's take a look, and then we'll move back a little bit. So I think that you can see here where the 2 balls of the thing went through. I think it was here. Yeah, that's probably the chain just whipping it. And then coming out the back here, it did a pretty significant amount of damage. But like I said, let's get up to the shooting range there. We'll shoot one from there and see how it goes. So we're back up in the shooting range, and we're going to give this another shot. The GoPro is a little bit in the line of fire down there, so all we can do is pray for him. Let's see if this does any better. We'll try to get this a little bit lower so we get a nice fresh spot and give it a whirl. I don't really think it did much different, unfortunately. So unfortunately, no real difference. The 2 projectiles here, the chain is somewhere in the middle of those. And then it came out back here, tons and tons of damage, but not the really spectacular type of thing that I was thinking. So these are the Piranha shells. There's only one left, which I have in my hand, but they're filled with a bunch of steel tacks. I got these from FireQuest, but you can hear it. You can hear all those steel tacks in there. So we will load this thing up, see what kind of damage it does to a broken TV from us losing the big game. That was pretty impressive. We'll have to see that in slow-mo and then go down and take a look at it. So there is the carnage from that. It'll definitely make your TV know that you are not happy about the outcome of the sports event that you just watched. And this is one of those little tacks right there. And here's another one. So you guys can see that these are basically like little carpet nails, and the whole shell is filled with them. I don't know what it does to the barrel over time. It's probably not great for your shotgun, but you know, once or twice, especially for my YouTube family out there who's liking and subscribing, is no big deal. Now, if we come around to the backside here, again, no damage. So I think that one of the biggest takeaways from this video is that if somebody is coming after you with a 12 gauge that's not loaded with buckshot or slugs or anything like that, just birdshot or even a whole bunch of carpet nails packed in a 12 gauge shell, you're pretty good to be defended if you just hang on to a big screen TV and get that in front of yourself. If you can wield a 60-inch television like a medieval shield, you're probably going to be okay. Everything else, it seems, pretty much goes right through it. Even 22, other than that 22 rifle, it did stop, and I imagine that it probably hit that steel backing plate where we hit it with the 12 gauge birdshot. But guys, I appreciate you coming out watching today. I appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to the channel, share, leave a comment down below about how dumb this was, or which sports team you think has the most obnoxious fans. If you guys leave me like 100 comments, I'll comment on who I think has the most obnoxious fan base in sports. So otherwise, guys, I appreciate you coming out here today again, and I will see you on the next one.